That's a gully basically for water. So if you don't seal these ends, you're screwed. You're getting water.
It's RV inspection day, and today we are in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania, and we are about to inspect this Alliance Paradigm 395 DS double suite. We are so excited to get in here and get to work. Our customers don't know what we're gonna find, and we don't know what we're gonna find. Shh, we'll tell you at lunchtime and the end of the day. So let's come on in and see what type of stow and go this has. So I'm coming directly into my little kitchen thinking I don't have access, but I do. I actually have access to the refrigerator, not the freezer. Now I can also go up this way and I can go into the bathroom, and I can also go to bed. Well, some of us can go to bed. If everybody else is in the other half, well, they're gonna have to sleep with us in this bed. So how's this stow and go? In my opinion, it's A-okay.
All right, first glimpse. I just walked around, took a couple of pictures. So I already have a RVIA seal that everybody has. Typical emblem that's right by the door. Huh, funny, missing, not there. Has this been certified? I don't know. Well, first of all, I worked around, so far I don't see nothing. And no, I'm not blind because I used to own an Alliance. Has nothing to do with this. Do I like them? Do I like the kids that own the company? Yes, I got good relationship with them. I like them as people. But like I tell them a lot of time when I refer people, it's just listen, they're all the same level of quality. The advantage that Alliance had with us and with a lot of people we know is that they're there for service. And I'm thinking of, if you don't know how to maintain your RV, like a friend of ours, Dustin, this is his bedroom, let's say. That was exactly his bedroom. And he never thought of checking sealant here. This is the floor of your bedroom. Dustin, how long did it take you to have your rotten bedroom floor changed? You lost for RV for how long? Because you didn't know to put sealant here. So whatever, I gotta rim his cage because it was kind of this, are you kidding me? For me, it's obvious, but I hear you. So guys, take out your tube and go outside and check all your floor trims. Everywhere where you know there's a floor, go there. Make sure you do this. So I'm gonna bring this topic because so far I haven't found nothing special on here. They didn't have the propane in here. They didn't have the water. As we pull up here about 10 of 9, they're just backing it up. Gabe was good. He put the unit and brought the electrical and stuff, but I want to bring this up because you will have seen a video about exactly this. So if you watch that video, you're going to see what I'm talking about. This is MoreRide CRE 3000. From here, that's your equalizer, the leaf spring, wet bolts are all there. They don't put wet bolts at this end. See, they didn't put a yellow little tab. So I'm going to bring this up because, oh, they didn't put a yellow little tab, so that should be a wet bolt. Again, lucky us. I've got another airplane inspector into the field of Pratt & Whitney that we did a unit for also. And I stated that, oh, by the way, I'm just stating facts. Here's your leaf spring. There's no wet bolts on each end, but there's wet bolts in the middle, but none at the end. The typical breakdown that happens on leaf spring system are those bolts. If you don't have a wet bolt, it dries up, it gets stiff in there, and it actually severs the bolt. So he reached out to Keystone. I just had a call yesterday and he says, I reached out to them and I told him exactly what my inspector found, and I put a comment, not a major or minor issue, a comment. Those bolts are regular bolts. So he came back to me last night, he says, I heard about Keystone, and they're wondering, why isn't there a wet bolt there? Because they thought that was changed a year ago. That was yesterday's unit. So it's just to tell you, that was just manufactured in August, not even a month ago. Check your suspension, keep an eye on this. There's a reason why there's system, and I just wanted to address it. I'm not pointing fingers at nobody. I will never mention the brand like Montana, or I won't talk about a manufacturer like Keystone. But I'm just saying, I was happy the customer called me back. Hope you got the message. This is an Alliance. I can already tell you that I have the same, not issue, but I'll have the same comment. But on this, they'll show you that they don't put that little yellow bolt. If this is reference to this, the CRE is just this. So why did they put wet bolt at the end? Tell me why, I don't know. But at least the last unit that you'll see the video, Lowell will link it above. It's about this, and the only thing that was changed was the equalizer. In the equalizer, there wasn't any wet bolts at all. So just go check that video if you missed it. Now let's go see what lunchtime brings us back.
So let's come on in for my first glimpse. So as you're coming up the stairs and you're coming in to visit my kitchen, you can see that the hole underneath of this is not finished. Now, it may not mean anything to the people manufacturing it because you're looking at it straight on with your eyes, but when you're walking up the stairs, coming in to visit your friends and you see that, it's like, shoot, you should have finished it off. I've gone through this entire unit quickly like you would. And what did I say? Holy smokes, it's beautiful, it's big, it's a double suite. And I'll tell you, their pantry, holy cow, it is solid, really nice. Have I found anything yet? Not in my first glimpse, that was it. But let's talk about clairvoyance. Have you ever heard of clairvoyance? The other day, I was inspecting a dryer in an RV, and the dryer didn't heat. It was not working properly. So once it gets fixed, that's great for them. But let's just say it worked fine, and you're on your way to Alaska. Everything worked fine the day of inspection. You got everything fixed that was on our CRL list, create repair list. But while you're out doing your little journey, if something goes wrong, we can only tell you that it worked the moment of inspection because we can't read into the future of when something is going to break, but we can tell you it will eventually because that's RV life. That's the way it is on the road. These things are like traveling hurricanes, right? So there's a lot of things happening, a lot of bad roads. So things will come loose, and you just have to remember that at the moment of inspection, when you left that day, everything was working the way it should have been. That's why you get an RV inspector. So as you can see, I did like a 2-minute walk around. That is your PDI at the RV dealership. And what did I find? One little thing, paint missing. But let's just count the items come the end of the day after we have spent the entire day giving this a proctology exam. Let's count how many things we find today.
All right, lunchtime recap. As I went inside to check my monitor panel, I had a tank that was full, gray. And I mean full. So I opened it. There was nothing, there was water, so probably came directly from Alliance, that's what I presume. This is flooded, so I got water all over the place, and I'm thinking, okay, that's not supposed to be my problem. I mean, they either know I'm gonna flush it or they should allow me to have a place to flush it, and we do this a lot, but not that much, so there was a lot. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna try to be nice. It's a Saturday morning here, so I'm gonna try to be a nice person and take the inch that's running all over the floor here in the cement pad. This salesman go by. I'm not going to say his name, but I think it was Michael that was written there. I don't know if that's his name, but it said Michael. So I asked him, Michael, would you have a squeegee, in here somewhere? Probably is. And he turned around and he continues. So that's the moron that you're going to have for a salesperson when you deal with them. This is the kind of respect that they give to people. This is the kind of respect they give to you when your back is turned around. So just keep this in perspective. I don't mind this is what we do for a living, but every time I always think, wow, this is exactly how he treats his customers. So there's two faces on a lot of them salesmen. Just remember this. On another note, I went to the roof. Beautiful. I will say this, Alliance, yes, I like Alliance because we've had one, and I kind of know how they're built, been to the plant, seen that, just like Grand Design and a couple of different plants. And I will link this video above about this. The quality and the steadiness of construction finally gets me back to what I thought of Alliance, where I stand with Alliance, and other than a lot of little things. And I'm going to walk you through the couple of things that I found to show you what I constantly say about one box being built at one end of the shop, the other box, talking about the slide outs, is built at another place. So I'm going to show you the differences. For instance, we went to the rooftop. So here's my walkthrough. So as we're checking out the roof, we can see consistency. It's nice, it's well made, the edges are nice, the trims are made good. Then I end up at the AC. This rear AC, the screw that holds the shroud down is not tightened down. The other thing is underneath that same AC, that's why I always bend down there, because I've seen this before. As they bring up the AC, they drop it on the roof. They drop it, there's a corner, it's an edge, it's metal, makes a cut in the roof. So I found this gouge in the roof that needs to be fixed. It requires to be sealed. So my solar panel was the same thing. you've got those Jabon or J-Bon or whatever they're called. It's the roof access to the cable that comes from the solar panel itself. They plug it in there, they install the solar panel in. This side is not tightened, so it will never seal, so water will go in there. And the other one, it's already been sealed, so you can't turn it and twist it, so it would seal for water. Little details, that would be manufacturer's blaming. Let's go to the other side. So this customer asked to have slide-out toppers. So when we pulled in this morning, the salesman said, wow, I don't know if they put them on. Yeah, okay, they did. So they actually did. But this one, the material is way on this side, towards the back. So what's going to happen is every time it rolls and unrolls, it actually shaves, and premature of the material is going to happen. So that needs to be corrected. So that's my intake on this. So I'm going to go into something I tell you a lot, how inconsistent the people who are making this slide out, the people who are making this slide out, and see how far away that slide out is. That will be exactly the difference. So if you remember, on the XLR Nitro, we had this, and if you followed us, you remember the rain would go in there, it would slide down there, because see how nicely sealed this is? So see how some people wait and does detail? This has sealant all the way on the top. So nothing can come in underneath this plastic, because that's a gully basically for water. So if you don't seal these ends, you're screwed. You're getting water. So I'm talking about the difference between who builds this one versus the center one or versus the one at the end. This is the perfect example why I've got to search for different things. We'll see the personality of these people once they build those units. So this is the prime example. So I've got seal down here on this trim, which I've got on every other boxes. I end up on top of this one. I don't have any sealant on that trim. The top of the TPO trim up there is the same thing. There's no sealant. There's a hole. There's sealant missing in this crack right up there in this junction. So this is one thing about this slide out that I see the inconsistency of this group. Coley, Ryan, that's what you got to figure out who builds those, because that's the problem. But right here, it's the same thing. I've got rollers. So as you know, we got rollers all over it coming up. Then you end up with this one. I got one screw that's not even screwed in. Then I have no screw. So how long do you think this is going to stay in place and continue doing the job? This particular box on top of this, it's the same thing. I look at the quality here. See even the goo in there. You can see there's metal shaving. There's place where the sealant is not been go. They didn't put any. The quality or the intent on this slide out is mediocre for me. So that's QC that should be after their guys and saying, okay, but that's me. Other than that, propane is perfect. I don't have any propane leak. I went all around the walls themselves, and they're all good. Everything is perfect. So let's go check what Lowell has for lunchtime.
It's lunchtime, and I am really happy. I've been working. Look at my hair. It's a mess. And I am finding nothing. Nothing. I'm so impressed. But let me just tell you a couple of little things I found. We'll start right here in the freezer. This still has antifreeze, obviously, or that's orange creamsicle ice cubes. I'm not sure which. Okay, big deal. They're just going to clean it out. Do you guys know them? That's Ryan and Coley, the Brady brothers. The other thing that I found is in here in the double suite, this is a queen mattress, and I think that someone forgot they were supposed to put a new one in here. So we've got a ripped mattress. Other than that, I've done my ceilings, my floors, my walls, most all of my furniture, all of my cupboards, and my appliances. And this is what I have to tell you at lunchtime. I'm really excited, and I can't wait to see and hope that it continues like this at the end of the day, because for the inside, I think I'm going to be able to say this is the picture-perfect unit. But we'll see. I still have my water to do. We'll see you at the end of the day.
End of the day recap. Well, not much to say. It is actually beautiful, close to flawless, except with all the stuff that I found earlier this morning, which is all little things. I don't think there's nothing major, detrimental that would hold up, you know, the delivery too long, but that's the purpose of having an inspection. All of those little things, they will wait for you to come here and say, oh, yes, we'll address this. For me, that's about my day. And I just want to say that, yes, if you have a job that you hate, it is stressful. When you have a job that you like and it is passionate, for us, day goes by just like this. And hopefully, at the end of the day, again, we will have helped somebody out and shortened them their PDI and their awaiting time and the way people respect you around here as, did I say Michael? No, I hope they don't have Michael for a salesman. And if you watch, well, take the pill and swallow, change your attitude. We're normal like all the other customer that comes in here. So on that note, let's go check what Laurel found inside.
So it's the end of the day. We've been working really hard today. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. This has been quite a day. Whew, I'm exhausted. Really exhausted. Hey, honey. I'm just checking out the new loft area up here and thinking I could probably take a little nap, but I probably should tell everybody about our day. All right, I'll be down in a minute. Phew! Now that I'm down from the loft, let me tell you what I found this afternoon. Barely anything. You all know leaks in the showers, it's pretty common, right? So the master shower, which is in this direction, it leaks. Yes, it does. On both corners. Okay, a little sealant. Also, the top of the shower wall, it needs sealants on the top of the wall as well. As you know, when you shower and it splatters, it's going to go on the wall and it's going to go behind that shower wall. And then I ended up going into the double suite, which is this way, which is really kind of cool. So coming into here, I had a little bit of an issue. First of all, with the toilet. The toilet leaks all around the base of the toilet, which it's not just a little bit, it's a lot of water, although the toilet is really secured nice to the base of the floor. But still I've got a lot of leaks. And then that shower, yes, it did. It leaked, but only on the right side facing. So you can see there's quite a bit of a puddle there. Again, a little bit of sealant needing on the top of the shower wall. Not a lot, it's not a big deal. And the one thing that was missing in this sink right here was the little stopper. I used the one from the other bathroom so that I could actually make sure that the sink held water. And it did. So that was a great thing. So would these things prevent you from leaving the day you decided to pick up your unit? Yes, it would have. So when are you leaving again? But I'm going to say, for me, on the inside, this one, I think, is the #1 best unit that I have inspected on the inside. It is solid. One thing I want to talk about is seals on the wall. So I'm going to show you out here. So you know, I check my walls, my ceilings, my floors, but the one thing that many manufacturers don't do is put sealant right in the crack. You see the sealant? Not only is it in the crack and it's along the floor as well, but it is really nicely laid on there. Somebody took their time and did a great job. So whoever is doing the sealant on these walls, they listened to the motto at Alliance, which was, do the right thing. I'm quite impressed with this. So today for me, A1, thumbs up for me. So remember, and do never forget,
it's not about the destination, it's all about the journey.
Bedroom floor, rotten, change, about a year, full timing for a year.
Your rotten bedroom floor changed. That was so backwards.
How long did it take your rotten bed? I'm sure it was perfect.
Your rotten
You'll
bedroom floor. No, it wasn't. Your rotten bedroom floor. Just say that.
You're gonna see.
You know, the other day we were inspecting a unit, and the other day we were
We had this problem right here. So you can't blame. That's a nice butterfly. That was in my neck.
Wow.
That thing was on my neck. Just saying.
It's all about the journey.
If you like our videos, we would love it if you would hit subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and leave us a comment. If you don't know what to comment, just put C4BO, comment for Blue Ox, and don't forget, share with your RV and friends.